This is my life, man. It's not like I got up one morning. I want to do hip hop. No, I was born into this, man. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. It's my lifestyle. It's how I was raised. Everything hip hop. You know, everything from everything that I speak about in hip hop is what I lived. Nobody sat me down and told me anything about the B-boys, the B-girls, graffiti and how everything is intertwined together with knowledge and all that stuff. I lived everything that I talk about, you know? And I think that's probably one of the reasons why I'm still here, because this is my life, man. This is my life, you know?
Duela, vamos a empezar esta jodida. ¿Estoy grabando, Joel? Pues vamos a empezar, mira.
Diantre, no voy a ir otra vez.
Nada, bienvenido al Museo de DJ Predator. Buenas tardes, buenos días, buenas noches.
It's official now, it's starting now.
Ahora está oficial. Hoy es un día legendario. Hoy es un día fabuloso, fantástico. Yo creo que es uno de los mejores días de mi vida, porque en mi casa, en mi sala, en mi museo, me está visitando a uno de los que yo le tengo que agradecer por estar aquí, por tener trabajo. Una persona que sin él yo no existiría, yo no podría hacer dinero, mi familia no podría comer. Gran Wizard Theodore, el creador del Scratch, el pionero. El scratcheo y el DJ moderno existiría si gente como Gran Wizard Theodore y Grandmaster Flash, que se inventaron entre los dos la teoría de mixear modernamente, de tocar en el uno, scratchar, usar el sonido del backspin, poder cortar y tirar las canciones sin tener que blend lento, el quick mix y todas las cosas fue gracias a este hombre. Este hombre no solamente es inventor del scratch, sino es el inventor del needle drop. Una persona que puede coger la aguja y ponerle en el uno. Tú sabes los juggles que nosotros hacemos con dos platos, que podemos estar rockeando y manteniendo un loop eternamente. Él lo puede hacer con la aguja y hace ¡pum! Y cae en el uno. Y ¡pum! Y cae en el uno. Yo lo he visto tocar blindfolded. Sin ver.
Y no falla.
Lo he visto tocar con discos en la cabeza. Con discos en la cabeza. He put an LP in his head while juggling. Not dropping it. I see him battle. I see him scratch. And even today, he's on point. And he's one of our greatest DJ masters ever. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
Thank you for being here.
Sir.
It's one of my best days in my life. You're one of my heroes.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Okay, first of all, everyone knows the story of how you got to the scratch. You were practicing, your mother interrupted you, and you heard the sound and they kept on working. But I want to know, what was the process from that day until you could do it publicly? Because you know that you guys don't go out until you got everything on point and everything is clean. What was the process, how you to do the scratch on public and have it to be so clean, so crisp?
Well, I mean, what I have is not a talent. What I have is a gift that God gave me. That's why I think that's why I'm still here today. You know, you have some people that have a talent, and sometimes that talent goes away.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But I have a gift. God gave me this gift. And this gift is going to be with me until they throw dirt on me. That means till I die. you know? And that's one of the reasons why I believe I'm still here. And when I created the scratch, it was just God sending a message to me that this is what you need to do, you know? And I ran with it. You know?
What were the difficulties? Because I know in those times, mixers were not like today. Today, faders are body smooth. We got 1,000 buttons. We got flips. We got computers. We got everything. But you just had a record, a belt drive, turntable, and the faders were not that great. What was the mechanics of going out to play on a live venue? What you had to do to make it outside?
Oh my gosh. It's like when they had so many different kind of turntables. We were like the Flintstones back then, man. Everything we used was like the Flintstones. The turntables were half wood, half plastic, half metal, and something else that they don't even make no more, you know. And we had to make best with it. We didn't have no felts for the turntables, so we had to cut up cereal boxes. We had to cut up T-shirts. T-shirts. We had to cut up my mom's curtains to get our felts and stuff like that, you know. And we had to make do with it, man. You know, when we buy turntables, they come with that big
plastic
rubber piece on it. We take that and we throw that shit away, you know. Oh, can we curse? Yeah. Okay. Coño, carajo. No, okay. Yeah, and it's like we had to make do with it. We had the mixers, big giant mixers and stuff like that. So we had one turntable over here. We had big giant mixers that looked like microwaves and stuff like that. And we didn't have crossfaders that went from left to right. Our crossfaders were up and down.
I know.
And some of the crossfaders were big round knobs and stuff like that. So we had to go through all of that stuff, man. So we had to make do with it. And then as time started going by, we had these companies like Gemini and PV and Kenwood and Techniques. They started making equipment for us. You know, we started using earphones. They started making needles that you can, you know, blend and scratch on and stuff like that. So it was a lot, man. We had to go through, man. You know.
Damn.
Going back, if you allow me, brother, of course. Going back to that moment when you invent the scratch. By the way, a friend of mine sent you greetings, Ruby D. He says that
that's my brother, man.
I talked to him. He said like say hi to him when you talk to him.
Yes.
So he told me when that process happens, you was listening to the bongo song.
Yeah, bongo rock.
The bongo rock.
Yeah.
Do you remember where was the part that actually you listened that it was the scratch? Like which part of the song?
And Apache bongo rock, when it gets to the middle, it goes dan 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 dan. That's the part that I was at. The horns.
The horns, okay.
Yeah, and it was like one record was ending, and then it was time for me to play the next record. So I did a baby scratch.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and I let the record go, and I pulled the music down. And my mom's, she left the room. She was gone. She left the room. I finished my cassette tape, and when I rewind it back, I started listening to it. I was like, okay. And when it got to the part where my mom's came in the room, I could hear myself baby scratching. I was like, wait a minute. I can incorporate that into what I'm doing as a DJ. Because as a DJ, I want to be different from everybody else, man. You know? I'm trying to impress the girls, man. You know? So I'm trying to be different from all the other DJs, man. And by God giving me this gift, my DJ skills were getting better and better and better every day, because I was growing. As I was only 12 years old. 12 years old in 1975. So the older I got, the more my DJ skills got better and better and better, because I was growing into a young man. I used to when I did the needle drop, you know, some 45s, the break was at the beginning. Some breaks were in the middle. Some breaks were at the end. So if I'm playing a James Brown record and the break is at the beginning, I will play the break and count to 4, lift the needle up. Or I will count to 3, lift the needle up. Or I will count to 5 and lift the needle up, not knowing that I was training myself for the BPMs. That's why I was always able to do it, you know?
Just getting the part is so hard. But in a 45, that's
that is like this.
You move it too hard, jumps. And
a lot of practice, man.
And they get the timing. Like doing a juggle is hard as hell. Getting kids to do the timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, throw it on the one. But doing it with a needle is insane.
Yeah, that just shows me that God gave me this gift, man. You know, I'm look at the record go round and round and round, looking at the label go round and round and round, and when the label gets to the needle, that's why I know where the break starts.
Okay.
So I lift the record, and the record goes in the 360 and comes back to the beginning. So when I lift the needle up and the record goes to the 360, I have to pick the needle up, and then the record comes back and drops back on the 360 of the needle.
On the perfect moment and the same
So I was
groove.
training myself. Okay, if I lift the needle up, I can time it until it comes back around at 360. Or I can do it in the 90 degree. Wait till it comes back to the 90 degree. And then I look at the record, it's like it's a clock. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock,
3 and
9 o'clock. So I hold the record at 9 o'clock, and then I lift the needle up and lift the record up and lift it. So it was a lot of mechanics and numbers going on with it.
You know that's one. You know something. That's one of the problems I got with teaching new kids, because kids listen to music and think of music as a line, as Spotify, as a wave. So they don't think it like we learn to listen to music and picture music like a clock. So I learned put it on 3 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
That's good.
So when I started teaching kids, the first thing I need to is to cover up your computer and watch the record, watch the lines, and then not only be on 12 o'clock, because they can do it if you put one mark, but then change it on 2. Do it on 3, do it on 9.
Yeah.
So you can, whatever it is, you can stop it, because we play on records, and one record was, one was at 12, but the other record, the mark was at 9.
Yeah.
So it was really insane. Okay, from doing the scratch with the first mixers, you hit baby scratches, you did check, the stabs. How it evolved to where it went to juggles, to where it went to different, more complex type of scratches. How was that evolution?
I feel that evolution came about when other DJs learned to scratch, basic baby scratch.
Okay.
Then once they learn the basic baby scratch, DJs are in their room just trying to scratch all day. This like an MC is in the room writing rhymes, wordplay, and trying to get their stuff ready. Like B-boys and B-girls, they're practicing their moves. Okay, if I do this, if I push my legs like this, it'll help me go into my next move and stuff like that. So it's constantly practicing and practicing and practicing. So when the baby scratch was here, people started to evolve. Say, okay, we got the baby scratch. Let me take it a little bit further. Instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then once it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, let me do 8, let me do 15, let me do 20. So it started to evolve when different people started to come into play, like people from the West Coast. You got DJ Q-Bert, Then you got people from Philadelphia, like DJ Jazzy Jeff and Aladdin and all these guys. They said, let's take this shit to the next. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Coño, carajo. Okay. And then it's like, people started taking it to the next level, which is good, man, because this art form, man, is by us, for us, man. No matter where you live at in the world, you can make a difference in this world, no matter where you live. Hip hop is everywhere. You can't go nowhere on this earth and not see hip hop. And this art form, man, helps everybody find out who they are. It doesn't matter who you are. This art form is for everybody. I don't think it's a black or white or Asian thing. It's human. Hip hop is human because it's for everybody. You got people in the world that's the government is not putting the money back into the community, and the community is going down. So you got the B-boys, trying to get that frustration out. And then you got the graffiti artists that's painting on the trains, all these different colors on the trains, on the streets, on the cars, everywhere. Then you got the MC that's in his house writing rhymes, trying to, tell his life to people through the microphone. And then you got the DJ that's playing music, Gil Scott-Heron, James Brown, playing music so that everybody can find out about their heritage and other people's heritage. So that's why hip hop is all over the world, because it's for everybody.
That's awesome. It's like the DJ plays the soundtrack of your life.
Yes. Yes. Exactly, man.
Now that you said that all that, Theodore, and I imagine yourself 12 years old, struggling in New York City, being a DJ and all that. What means Mean Gene for you as a DJ?
Mean Gene, my big brother Mean Gene. My brother Mean Gene and Grandmaster Flash is the reason I am a DJ. When I seen the 2 turntables in the mixer, my brother Mean Gene and Grandmaster Flash had the 2 turntables in the mixer. And I was like, that's what I wanted to do. Because when I first seen the 2 turntables in the mixer, I was a B-boy.
Okay.
I was a B-boy. I was helping them carry the equipment and stuff like that. And then when I sprained my wrist,
okay.
I was like, I can't do this shit no more. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Coño, and when I sprained my wrist, man, I was just like, I can't do this no more. So that's when I became started to become a DJ. Grandmaster Flash and my brother Mean Gene, they decided to, go their separate ways. And that's when we formed the L Brothers.
I was about to ask you that.
That's when we formed the L Brothers.
How was the transition from the L Brothers into the Fantastic Five Romantic? How was that? Woo. Because the L Brothers, I know, I did a lot of research. It didn't last that much. No, it lasts like 6 months, something like that, like for a summer. And then you get in with the guys, with the Fantastic Five. How was that? I mean,
the L Brothers, which was my brother Mean Gene, my brother Cordio, and myself, Master Rob, Waterbed Kev, and MC Ruby D. One of the first.
That's Kevin Kev, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
MC Ruby D, one of the first Puerto Rican MCs.
Boom.
And as time went by, I kind of like grew out of the L Brothers and stuff like that. My brother Mean Gene, he, what he wanted to do and what I wanted to do was like 2 different things.
Okay.
We all lived in a house with my mother.
Okay.
And when we moved out, everybody moved out. It was just time for me to, form my own group. Once I moved out of the house, I just formed my own group. I took Kevy Kev, Robbie Rob, and Ruby D, and Busy B. Starsky. I took them with me. But Busy B. Starsky is the kind of person, he's down with everybody. He could be on the west side one day, then he could be on the east side, he could be on the north. He was just with everybody. So that's when I had the 3 MCs, and we just started doing parties, man, and started figuring out what was our next move until we met Salt and Pepper, Whip a Whip, and Dada Rock.
My mic sound nice.
Check one.
I know the story behind that. And besides that, I want to take the opportunity also to see if you can recap the battle between you guys, Fantastic Five Romantic, against the Herculoids. And how was that?
Yeah, we battled the Herculoids, man. It's like, why did we do that? I told my brother Mean Gene, I was like, I don't want to battle the Herculoids because they had this big sound system, man. And L Brothers was not known for having a big sound system. I mean, we had a sound system, but it wasn't as big as Breakout. It wasn't as big as Africa Bambadas. It wasn't as big as everybody else's. But we still had a sound system, and we were still able to travel around and do our thing because of how powerful we were, And, oh, my gosh, I was like, yo, I do not want to battle Herc. We battle Herc inside the club that he plays.
Damn.
So
when
we
got surf.
They get there. No, so they didn't get surf. Listen.
So when we got there, his equipment was already there because that's his spot. So we set up in a little corner somewhere. And his speakers was like all over the damn place. Oh shit, I could curse? No.
Yeah.
And then his speakers was set up all over. And I'm sitting there shaking my head like, this is gonna be a disaster. So we cut our equipment on, we started playing music, and Herc didn't even get there yet. Herc didn't get there until like about 11, 12 o'clock. So the L Brothers were playing from like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And then all of a sudden we hear, turn your music. Like, he sounded like he was God.
Damn.
Because his equipment was like so big. Loud. So he just said, look, turn your equipment down or I'm going to turn my equipment on. He just turned his equipment on and you didn't hear us no more. I was like a mime DJing. You didn't hear me no more. I was a mime and stuff like that. So battling Herc, man, that was a bad idea.
But
man.
that system sounds like that big, like very impressive.
Yes.
Because I heard every time that I heard that story, it's like everybody goes like, man, that is something like incredible to listen.
Yeah, it's like God had a sound system, man.
Damn.
It was that huge.
Yeah, and when you hear it, you be
Diablo.
like, the I told my brother, I was like, man, coño, what the hell you doing, man? Come on, man, we shouldn't be battling Herc. And he had these big, giant speakers. And once you turned it on, you didn't hear us no more.
Wow.
We was just standing there. And the MCs was going. You couldn't even hear them no more. And I'm standing like a mime. You know, I was like, yo, let's go home. We out. You know?
But
Damn.
that like he said that it sounds like God has a sound system.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, nowadays,
It's crazy, man.
you see kids, they don't give the importance to DJs as before. They try to keep people in the back. You see big shows with rappers, DJs way up, hot hitting. They're legendary DJs from Puerto Rico. When they do big concerts, they got it in the... And people forget that without the DJ, everything else wouldn't be happening. What's the importance for you of the DJ in the hip hop community and in music? What's the importance of DJing, of the DJ?
Oh man, the DJ. If it wasn't for the DJ, it wouldn't be no hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
The DJ set the tone for everything. When it's time for us to do a party at a venue, we call the graffiti artist. The graffiti artist makes a flyer for us. You know, when we come in the park and set the equipment up and start playing music, that's when the B-boys and the B-girls come in the park and they can hear all the songs that they need to hear to B-boy, you know? Then you got the MC. MC can't, the MC can't say no rhymes without the DJ in the background cutting the music. All of these stuff can't really exist without the DJ. The DJ sets the tone for hip-hop, period. You know?
And I think the DJs made an MC a better. I think groups like D Scratch made EPMD way better live show. It was crazy.
Right.
You've been all around. You haven't only introduced the Scratch, introduced Needle Dropping, but you've been being with groups. With whom you have toured, with whom you have done shows, with whom you have GD with.
Oh man, I've DJ for Biz Markie, God bless him. You know, I've DJ for Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, Roxanne Shante, Force MDs.
Hard people to DJ for.
No. The hardest person to DJ for is KRS-One. Because you don't know what he's going to do. If you go see a show Friday night, and then you go see a show Saturday night, the show is not the same. It's not the same, man. It is not
and he rocks
same.
For hours.
Yes. I'll be in the back, and he want to hear, play the next record. His show is like, can't explain his show, man. It's just so much energy and stuff like that.
How do you prepare to rock with a Rakim or with a KRS or with D.K.? Those are legends, and very like every MC comes from those three.
Right,
and you play with the three of them.
Yeah.
How do you prepare to DJ for those guys?
It's like, when I'm DJ for Rakim, I was fanning out because, I really admire Rakim and stuff like that. And it's the crowd, man. The crowd puts us into it. It's like when you see the crowd, man, it's like, it's the crowd, man. They really inspire you and stuff like that. And to see everybody out there having a good time and stuff like that, man, it just inspires you, man.
Okay. What did you have to do with the Serato?
Oh, with the Serato. Oh man. I remember the first time a lot of DJs got the call that they was putting together this program, but a lot of the DJs didn't really take it serious. Put together a program like DJing from a laptop. A lot of people kind of shied away from it. Like I really don't know. So yeah, myself, DXT, Jazzy J, I think Rob Swift.
You know, the first guy I saw with Theodore was Jesse J.
Right, yeah.
I got a video here with he's the only one playing without records with a laptop, the only one.
Yeah.
And I saw you got like the beginning, like Theodore came like in 2004, and you guys had that thing like 2 years before.
Yeah. And I didn't want to make the transition, so when we did the scratch tour, everybody had computers except me. So when it was time for everybody else to go on, everybody used their computer, and you know how it's difference between the vinyl and the computer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So once everybody got their computers hooked up and everything with the box and everything, they set was awesome. The system sounded nice and clean and clear. The sound man was in the back with his legs up, just chilling. You know, everything, all the lights were green, nothing was red. So he's in the back chilling, drinking his beer and stuff like that. And it was time for me to get on. I had vinyl. And once I played my vinyl, you know, the sound man was like, the hell? Switching buttons, turning the bass down, you know?
In every single song.
Yeah, every single song. It was like, ¿qué pasa a ti, loco? Come on, hey. You know?
Actually, you know what?
Tranquilo, you know? Cerveza, come on, you know? So
let me ask you this, because you brought something like the audio man start messing around with the knobs and all that. But let me ask you this: how different is to DJ with the standard vinyl that it comes with the Serato and all that versus the actual vinyl? Because I think that every vinyl has different, even like weight. How you manage that? How you felt that? How you get a ¿cómo se dice esto? Acostumbrado. How you get used to it?
Yeah, if you compare the first Serato vinyl to the vinyl that is now, it started to make transition. They started to make it a little bit thicker. They started to make it a little bit thinner. They started to use some kind of wax to make it slide better. So it was time had to go by in order for them to do that. See, I can adjust to any kind of vinyl. Okay. But it's very important as a DJ that the vinyl has to have that slide in motion, you know? And a lot of the Serato vinyl was actually like real vinyl. But some of them really wasn't really compatible with the needle. Okay. You pull it back and the needle would start jumping, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as time went by, they started to ask DJs like, yo, what should we use? Should we make it thinner? Should we make it more waxy so that the record can have a better spin on it? So now, I think the vinyls now is perfect. It's really perfect.
Yeah, but now you can put the records on related mode and it doesn't even jump. So,
serio?
Yeah, you put on related mode, it jumps and it keeps on going in the same place. And so you got to go back to playing on vinyl to get accustomed to have a light hand. This guy over here, the Cheetos in the house, he told me, man, your hand is really heavy. You ain't playing because I was playing for 10 years on Serato, and I had to go back to vinyl so I can get on track. Because if you can do it in here, you can do it anywhere. Because it's easier.
Yeah. And the needle would jump. And it's like, oh, man, you know, you're at a party and you playing on a big sound system and you're being really heavy, you can actually hear it coming through the speakers.
Yeah.
And your scratches will not be clear. Your scratches will be fuzzy. Because I've seen people, do scratch sessions and their scratches are real fuzzy. And I'm like, oh, this guy's heavy-handed. Like, tranquilo, suavecito, you know? So it's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. What made me want to work with Serato was like, eventually, man, we had to do the transition eventually, man. Getting on the airplane and taking your records and stuff like that. They were like, the first crate is $35. The second crate is $55. And so on, you know? And then Q-Bird told me that he went on the airplane, you know, with a couple of crates of records. And then when he got to his destination, a lot of his James Brown records was missing.
Gone.
Yeah. Come on.
I saw interviews with Yassi Jeff that says only one record crate came, so he had to play reggae all night.
Yeah.
And it was a B-boy jam.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, so we had to make the transition, man, because we don't want to get on the airplane and go to Japan or Australia or anywhere with all of our
All the
vinyl,
crates.
man. You know what I'm saying? With all of our vinyl, and to have all of our 500,000, 200,000, 50,000 records inside your laptop, you can go anywhere. Okay, I'm playing on reggae. I'm playing reggaeton. I'm playing this. I'm playing that. You can always transition to whatever you want to transition to. So, Serato was it was inevitable, man.
As a hip hop pioneer, I want to ask you this quick question. Can you tell me, as a fan, which is the best MC? Only one per borough. Just 5 borough, 5 MC. Only one per
Damn.
borough. Only one per borough.
Oh my god.
That's
That's a hard one,
question.
right?
Oh
Because
my
everybody
God.
goes my top five. Well, I want to listen to. I'm going to start asking people like, let me see one from each borough, and that's going to be your
Brooklyn
Oh
from the
my
Bronx.
God.
That's a good one.
From the Bronx. Oh,
From
man.
the Bronx.
Yeah, let me start from the Bronx. From the Bronx, I would definitely have to say Melly Mel.
Melly Mel.
Boom.
Because he pretty much sets the trend for everything and stuff like that. Then I'll move on to Manhattan and stuff like that. I would have to say Kumo D, man.
Boom.
Moldy.
You know? And then I have to move on to Queens. Oh, man, Queens. Oh, my God. I would have to say Run DMC, man. Queens, man.
Damn.
You know? And then you got Long Island because I think I would have to say EPMD. I think EPMD is from Long Island, right? I think so. You know? And oh man, and Rakim is from Long Island too. Oh man. So, you know, I'm gonna stick with EPMD. And then Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Woo, Big Daddy Kane.
Yes.
I would have to say Big Daddy Kane, man. You know? Because not because I'm friends with them, because their lyrical content is like boom, boom. You know, Big Daddy Kane, even when he does a record for the ladies, he's still acting like he's, you know, in a battle because his wordplay is like,
It's insane.
don't play with me, you know?
Insane.
Yeah, you know?
Okay. Where is the weirdest, the strangest country and the weirdest venue you ever played with?
Damn.
Oh, man.
You've been places.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oslo.
Oslo. So
Yes.
Norway,
Why?
right? Norway.
I went to Oslo. I did a party for me and DJ Noise.
Okay.
DJ Noise, he really don't be DJing no more, but him and I did a party for VH1.
Okay.
They sent like all the staff. They sent all of their family to Oslo on the island to have a picnic party, you know. And me and DJ Noise did the music. So in Oslo, it gets dark at 12 o'clock midnight. And then the sun comes back up 3 hours later.
Only 3 hours a night.
So when I got back to Oslo to my hotel room, I closed all the curtains because I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, damn, what is, oh shoot, can I curse? So I closed all of the curtains. It was like, I just felt strange. So I ordered some food and the guy brought the food there and he was like, you okay? I said, yeah, I just can't fall to sleep. You know, he said, Oslo's a beautiful, I said, yeah, it is beautiful. And he said, oh, do you know that it gets dark at 12 o'clock and then the sun comes back up 3 hours later? I was like, no, I didn't know that. He said, yeah. I said, well, bring me another bottle of wine. And then it had to be Oslo, man, because the daylight
Crazy.
really got me, man. It really got me. My eyes was red.
No.
Like,
Here in Puerto Rico, daylight doesn't change that much. Only half an hour. So when I went to the States and it was 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and it was daytime, I was like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
so
man.
I can imagine being until 12 o'clock. It'd be
A 3 hour night.
crazy.
Yeah.
And in New York, when I first time went to New York, during the day really hot, during the night really cold, I'm accustomed to the same heat all year long. I can't handle that hot thing. I can't handle summer in New York. It's crazy.
it's the buildings. All of the buildings kind of like closes in, you know. See, out here is not really that many buildings, but in New York, It's like all the buildings are together, and you go in the hood and stuff like that. It's like everybody's clamming. That's why you see the Johnny pumps are on. The pumps are on everywhere. Yeah, you gotta get wet, man. It's just crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, and the pools are.
Talk about digging. Which is your best place to dig records?
Ooh, what now or then? Like,
Now.
Oh,
Then, any moment. Like, and which is the rarest record that you found that you goes like, man, this is like a holy grail.
The rarest record I found was Baby Huey. Listen to me.
Ew.
When I found it in the record shop, I was like, am I getting punked? I was like,
only one copy.
yeah, the guy in the store was like, you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. Can you put this in the back? I'm gonna take this, And Downstairs Records, man. Yo, Downstairs Records was right down in the subway. So when you go down in the subway and you pass by the record shop, you hear the guy playing music. And when you go, he's playing all 45s, all 45s, all 45s. Break beats. And you're like, you could be there for like a whole hour, 2 hours, and this guy's just there playing all of these 45s. And I'm like, damn. And he got a pinball machine there. So if you hit 10,000 points on a pinball machine, he'll give you a free 45.
What?
So I was, yeah.
You be playing there all day.
So I was like a little pinball wizard. So every time I hit 10,000 points, he would give me the 45, and then I would buy another 45. So I was going with like a whole stack of 45s. He was like, yo, Theodore, let somebody else play, man.
I kind of imagine myself on that store in the 80s. My mom has a Virgin with a lot of coins. I will making that Virgin broke. Man, I will be taking all those coins every time I went to the pinball machine.
Oh,
Okay.
my gosh, yeah.
Nowadays, people don't know music that much. One of the problems they have down here is like people only know down here's the reggaeton thing going on. They don't know how to play anything else, and they don't know about music. And they think if you only play the hits, you rock the party. And then we come and play things from the 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, and people go insane. What do you say? What's the importance of knowing music for a DJ? And not only knowing one genre of music.
It's important, man. Like, I remember talking to my mom's one time, and she was like, what kind of friends do you have? I was like, I have a lot of friends. She said, no, what kind of friends do you have? I was like, I have a lot of friends. She said, no, like, your Latin friends, your Indian friend. I said, okay. I have my friends in school, I have some friends from India. I have some friends, some Latino friends. I have some friends that's Asian. I have some friends that's from Nigeria, different places in the world. These people are my friends, whether they're in school, whether we play basketball, whether I go to Casita Maria and see my Latin friends. Mm-hmm. She said, well, that's the kind of music you have to play. You have to play for everybody. If you got all of these friends, then you have to play music for all of them. If you just play salsa all day, then you're just saying all your friends are just Latinos. I'm sure you got African friends, Asian friends, so you have to play music all around the board, because as a DJ, the promoter should be able to say, okay, Theodore, I want you to play my party. He's not gonna tell me what kind of music to play. He had to blindfold me, and I'm gonna go inside the party. Oh, why did I do that? I'm gonna go inside the party, right? And I'm gonna play music for everybody. It doesn't matter who's in there. If I go in there and I look around, I'll be like, okay, I can play some 80s music. I can play some break beats. I can play some African music. I can play, some salsa, merengue, bachata. I could play all of this music because all of these people are inside the party. So as some DJs be like, I asked one DJ, I said, what kind of music you play? He said, oh man, I play hip hop. I play hip hop, R&B, hip hop and R&B. I was like,
exactly.
What about house music?
No. The thing is that when I went to hip hop
what about
parties,
reggae?
When hip hop parties, like they say hip hop parties only play rap, and like No, all the legends. I've seen Africa Bambata. I've seen Yassi Jeff. They play everything. They play reggae. They play hip hop. They play funk. And they find breaks in crazy places.
Yeah.
That is crazy what you said, and also Theodore says, because the first time that actually met cool DJ Red Alert, he was playing Boogaloo. I was like, come on, man, this is cool DJ Red Alert, and he's playing Boogaloo.
Yeah.
In Harlem.
Yeah.
I was like,
so
that's crazy, though.
so I want to say to all the DJs, man, around the world and stuff like that, if you want to be a good DJ, you have to learn this word, open genre. Open genre. That means that you have to play music for everybody in the world. I've been a DJ this year makes 48 years for me as a DJ. And I play everything, man. Everything, man. I played music. I've gone places where I played salsa, merengue, bachata, reggaeton for 8-9 hours, and the people in the party come to the turntables and be like, Scott, this is Grand Wizard Theodore. He's playing, you played salsa, merengue, and all this stuff for us all night, and they never knew. I've done a party where I played house music all night.
Yeah, people are crazy. People think that we only scratch and do. We can play anything.
Yeah.
And it's easier because if you learn the basics of DJing or scratching and juggling, mixing and playing all these genres of music.
Yeah.
And nowadays that everything is electronic, everything is quantized, like the 4x4. It's really, really, really like simple to rock this new kinds of music.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to this new generation of DJs that never seen turntables? They come from the cell phone, they come from Spotify, and they just wanna DJ and they got a controller, they think they can DJ. What do you can tell them for them to inspire them and help them be better DJs?
I would tell them to learn about the turntable, man. Once they learn about the turntable, it'll make them a better DJ. It will make them a better DJ. It's like cooking.
Yes.
You can't cook a Thanksgiving dinner in the microwave.
Exactly.
You have to cook on the stove. If you want to drive, you can't learn how to drive on a virtual reality machine. You have to learn how to drive in the streets.
Exactly.
So that's what the vinyl is. The vinyl is learning how to cook on the stove, learning how to drive on the streets. You have to learn from the vinyl. You have to learn where it came from in order to know where it's going. And if you don't do that,
Exactly.
you're hindering yourself. You're not really gonna. I'm not saying you're not gonna last that long, but you're cheating yourself from getting the knowledge of the DJ. I mean, go on. If you in front of the computer, go to the computer and watch some of the DJ contests. Watch some of the DJs switch records while they're DJing. Mm-hmm. They got some of the records marked and stuff like that while they're DJing. It's nothing like looking at the label go around and round and round when you're DJing and stuff like that. So it's very important, man. Vinyl was very, very important because without the vinyl and the turntable, we wouldn't be able to do what we do today.
Exactly.
So pay respects and go back to the vinyl and learn what the vinyl is, because you don't know where you're going until you know where we've been.
Also, yes. All the DJ equipment nowadays is just imitating what the vinyl does. That's it. All the CDJs, of the controllers, every equipment is just imitating what the vinyl has always done.
Yes.
So if you learn for the original, can use anything else.
Yes.
Okay, I got the last question.
The last question. Go
one. You got one?
One before the last one.
You got one?
No, after you.
Okay. Name me your top 5 DJs in the whole history of DJing. I want to know.
Oh my
I want to
gosh.
know.
That's a hard
I want to know.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
Because there are so many styles of DJs.
Many styles.
There's many
styles.
generations. So just name 5 that you think are grandmasters. You think are
wow. Well, I'm not gonna name them in any particular order, like one to five, but I'm just gonna just say off their names. I would say one of the DJs at the top of my list would have to be
Run with it here.
besides myself, definitely DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Okay. Boom.
Jazzy Jeff. Oh man, he's oh wow, dude. Yeah, it would have to. It would definitely have to be a DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Okay.
You know, the second one.
Skinny as hell.
The second one would have to be Jam Master Jay.
Jam Master
Jay.
Definitely, man, because Jam Master Jay, to be able to DJ for two MCs, that's really taking it back and letting everybody know that a DJ and the MCs can, you know,
balance.
Yeah, you know, that's very important, man.
And so coordinated and sharp.
Yeah, that's very important. Oh man, this is getting hard. I would have to say DJ Qbert. I would have to say TJ Qbert. This guy's ability to scratch is just
insane.
It's just amazing. It's definitely just amazing. Oh man, we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I would have to say DJ Grandmaster Flash. I would have to say Flash because he put together a blueprint for a lot of DJs and stuff like that, and he was one of the first DJs that started mixing seamlessly so that the MC can MC. Back in the 70s, you couldn't really MC because the DJs wasn't mixing.
Exactly.
They wasn't playing beats per minute. And Flash started doing that. And that's when the MC was able to MC for the whole night and the record not skip. You know? And the last one, oh my gosh. My mom's, no. The last person, it would definitely have to be a battle DJ because the battle DJs, man, is so very important, man. I would have to say DJ Craze.
Oof.
DJ Craze. Because DJ Craze, man, he's like a 3-4 time.
Yeah.
And he retired. He retired as a champion. And he set the tone for battle DJs, man. It's like he never lost it. And I have to add one more. I would have to add DJ Rock Raider. So it had to be 6. You know what I'm saying? Rock Raider. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, man. I have to say Rock Raider. So that's like my, top 5, 6, man. You know? And each one of these DJs brings something to the table. You know? Each one. Flash, Qbert,
yes,
Jazzy Jeff, Jam Master Jay, DJ Crazy. Each one of them brings something to the table. And a lot of DJs out there is like, you can look back at all of these DJs and see the contribution that all their styles have and stuff like that, and the impact they have on the DJ world, period.
We have, this year we are celebrating 50 years of hip hop. 50 years of hip hop. In these 50 years of hip hop, which is like your state of mind when you was making history at the beginning. You never thought hip hop's gonna be like this big. You thought, by any chance, you thought that this is gonna be a novelty, probably will go in 2 years, 3 years. And what you think about that, like how you see hip hop now and how you will see it in 50 more years?
Wow. When I think of 50 years of hip hop, man, first, I never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Oh wow, that was a rhyme. Because this was our lifestyle. This wasn't something that we was doing to make money. This is something that we did because it was our life. Hip hop was our life, not our occupation. This is something that we did every single day. And I hope it's another 50 years. I hope that the next generation can enjoy hip hop the way we enjoyed it. I just hope that more people can be educated, because I wouldn't say we dropped the ball, but we could have done better on educating people around the world about us as far as hip hop is concerned. I would have to thank Joe Conzo, because Joe Conzo took a lot of pictures that told the story of hip hop. And now when I think of 50 years of hip hop, I think of all the people that's not here no more. We got a lot of B-boys that's not here no more. We got a lot of B-girls that's not here no more. A lot of MCs, a lot of graffiti artists, a lot of DJs. And they're the ones that I want to pay homage to this 50 years of hip-hop. That's what I think about every time somebody say, oh, it's 50 years of hip-hop. I only been doing hip-hop for 48 years.
Only.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
only
when
my
I-
lifetime.
only-
My
only-
lifetime only.
So when I think of 50 years, man, I think of all my friends that's gone, like Cool DJ AJ, Love Buzz Starsky, DJ Dial C, Crash Cruise DJ, Easy Rock, a Rob Bass
Wow,
DJ,
from Rob Bass.
Dial C, which is on the Crash Cruise DJ. A lot of the B-boys, the B-girls, MCs, the graffiti artists. I think about them when I think about the 50 years of hip-hop. And this is for them.
And that is something that you are reminiscing the fallen soldiers and all that. But there's one, and probably you can tell us about this. There's one thing in history that actually makes hip hop what it is now, and it's also New York City street gangs. Like, for example, the Ghetto Brothers, the Seven Immortals, and all that.
Yes.
Like, you was a kid when that was happening. How
Yes.
hard it was for you dealing with that situation and keep yourself sane with all that craziness in New York City.
Oh man, it's like it was like a way of life for everybody. You know, a way of life. And we learned to live with stuff, man. We learned to live with the abandoned buildings. We learned to live with going to school for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years and still not learning anything and still learning stuff on the streets. The city not putting no more money back into the community, single parent homes and stuff like that. We learned to deal with it and stuff like that. And let me say this real quick, that Latino brothers and sisters was right there with us with hip hop. I was there. It was standing right next to me. They were our security. They were the MCs. We were going to school together.
Take Master.
Yeah, we fought against each other. We fought with each other. We played basketball, baseball, stickball. We did everything together. So as far as hip hop is concerned, the Latinos was right there with us, you know? And people that got something to say about that is basically the people that wasn't not there. I was there.
That's
So I
history.
just wanted to say
History
that.
cannot be rewritten.
Yo,
That's right.
I wanna say, mira, yo quiero que le traduzca para decirlo mejor en español. Quiero darle las gracias because you said that you didn't do such a great job inspiring, teaching people, but you did, because down here in Puerto Rico, we still are living it. People down here and people in all corners of the world. I've been to Europe, I've been to South America, I've been to Canada, United States, and other places. And look at this house. And that's because of you guys. So I want to say thank you, because without you, I wouldn't have a job. My kids wouldn't be able to eat. I want to be able to inspire new kids and new generations
Right.
to continue this thing for 50 more years. So you have done a great job. You have done an awesome job. I want to thank you and all the pioneers. And never forget the pioneers. Never forget the basics. Never forget the foundation. This is hip hop. We are hip hop. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, it's your inside you. It's not only a music. It's not only a dance. It's a whole culture.
Right,
And we got to talk about the whole culture as one thing, not as separate things. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Yes,
And thank you.
yes,
It's an honor
yes.
for me. It's one of the greatest days ever. Este es el Museo de Predator. Feliz Navidad. Gracias. Un saludo a Alex Time Machine Squad y a la gente de Time Machine Squad por hacer esto posible y por mantener el hip hop y el b-boy vivo. El trabajo que mucha gente empezó, que yo hice hace años, no estuviera vivo todavía si no fuera por Alex Time Machine. Gracias. De verdad, respeto siempre a todos los vivos, a todos los DJs alrededor del mundo, a todos los grafiteros y toda la gente de la cultura hip hop. Aquí estamos y siempre vamos a mantenerlo real y fuerte para ustedes.
Eso es así.
Este es DJ Predator, vamos a tener respuesta a las redes sociales. Chequeamos.
Coñazo el diablo, coño.